Well, hey there, and welcome back for another Secondhand Opinions video. I'm Jason Alderman, the internet's favorite fat mouth, fat ass, bringing you fat stacks of fucked facts. And you guys might have guessed or noticed already that I live in the state of Oregon, but right south of me is the state of California, and California's been going through a hell of an ordeal recently. If you don't know already about the major stuff that's been being covered, thousands of acres burned up. All of Oregon's, I believe, 15 firefighter crews that can travel were on the job. Power outages, power down, rampant homeless issues, needles and feces in the streets, and homeless camps that stretch for blocks down the street. Those are the things that people kind of already know about. Some things that are also going on in California here, I just decided to look up for us today that I would share with you guys. There have been quite a few shootings up and down California, but that's nothing terribly new. California's Venice Beach littered with more than 100 needles, other medical supplies, investigators say. The Los Angeles County Fire Department's Lifeguard Division tweeted that a disturbing discovery was made along the shoreline south of Venice Beach Pier. The tweet went on to say crews cordoned off the area and notified other agencies. They later reopened the area. Yeah, 100 needles and other medical waste found at Venice Beach. I thought Venice Beach was super popular, touristy area, wealthy stretch of place where you might find, I don't know, anybody vacationing. Man shot in head trying to defend woman and baby in California restaurant. Sacramento, California, as he lies in a hospital bed, unconscious and medically induced coma, Elias Garibay is hailed as a hero. First and foremost, I'm proud of him, Garibay's son Benjamin Lozano told KTXL. He did what he thought was right, and that means everything to me. Lozano said his father was shot in the head while trying to protect a woman and her infant from an abusive man. It happened Friday evening when the 45-year-old went to unpronounceable Yuba City to pick up some food for dinner. There was a woman who ran into the restaurant seeking refuge from an abusive boyfriend, her and her young child. The boyfriend came in, Lozano said. My father, hearing what was going on, kind of stepped in front of the guy and said, "Let's get out of here, man. Don't be here for this." They had a small fight outside and the gentleman ran off. Investigators said the man came back shortly after, this time with a gun, fired the weapon 3 times inside the restaurant, and the last bullet hit my father in the head. California Highway Patrol took 35-year-old Victor Unpronounceable into custody early Saturday morning in Newhall. They believe he was fleeing to Mexico. That's kind of the most important thing to us, that he's not out there hurting anybody else or causing any other family the pain that we're going through now. California college freshman dies after attending off-campus fraternity party. San Diego State University freshman has died after he was hospitalized for several days following a party at an off-campus fraternity house, campus officials said Monday. Daniel Hernandez, 19, died at the hospital on Sunday. He allegedly attended a Phi Gamma Delta fraternity event off-campus on Wednesday. University police responded to a 911 call Thursday morning. The school has not released any further information about the nature of his injuries. Yeah, that's some interesting hazing gone completely and entirely wrong. USC student found dead in an off-campus house brings semester death toll to 9. Los Angeles CBSLA, an investigation continues Tuesday into the death of the USC student who was found in off-campus student housing. Just a day after the university acknowledged the deaths of several students this semester, USC Public Safety went to the Dunes apartment complex in University Park about 2 p.m. Monday in response to welfare check and found the student already dead in the apartment. The cause for death has not been released. The student was a 28-year-old man, and LAPD now says no foul play is suspected after the death was reportedly considered suspicious on Monday. You know, lots of crazy, interesting stuff going on. Tim Pool covered a video earlier today or yesterday about a guy on a purple bike rode around and shot 2 homeless people with an arrow, with a bow and arrow. That's crazy insane, and I suspect like the high stress of all of the ridiculousness going on in California, the inability to rent or buy property to live on, the inability to get quality employment that pays a decent wage, that you don't have to literally wade through mounds and piles of human feces and drug needles and whatnot to get to just to go to work, or kick a bunch of homeless people off your porch to open your shop in the morning. They got to deal with their kids dying in college. California's a crazy place, guys. You think that it's a coincidence that Democratic shitholes always turn into this? Oregon's doing this too. We'll cover that in a video here real soon. Oregon's not any better. Washington isn't very happy. Police descend on Fremont High School in South LA after multiple fights. Volatile unrest on campus. South Los Angeles, KABC. Large police presence descended on a high school in South Los Angeles Tuesday morning as police tried to disperse crowding students following several reports of volatile unrest on campus. Multiple fights broke out on the Fremont High School campus in San Pedro Street around 11 a.m. with rocks and bottles being thrown, according to Los Angeles Police Department's 77th Division. Officers who responded to the school put out a call for help and formed a scrimmage line outside the campus. According to Los Angeles Unified School District School Police, a demonstration on campus escalated into students leaving, which caused a disturbance. Students then began throwing stuff at officers, school police said. The more than a dozen police units were seen parked outside the school. It's unclear what prompted the unrest. No injuries or arrests have been reported. The story will be updated as more information becomes available. Alrighty, guys, you know as little as I do. And lastly, and my favorite shitty little story out of Los Angeles today. This happened, 12, 14 hours ago. Near the Walk of Fame, Hollywood Boulevard, Los Angeles, poor woman was accosted. A bucket of hot diarrhea was randomly poured on a woman by a homeless man. No shit. Pun intended. A night near the Hollywood Walk of Fame will change the woman's life, as she is getting into her car and a homeless man sprinted across Hollywood Boulevard toward her. Heidi Van Tassel was parked in the Hollywood after having a pleasant evening out with friends at an authentic Thai restaurant. Suddenly a man randomly pulled her out of the car, dragged her into the middle of the street, and dumped a bucket of feces on her head, Van Tassel said, and public records confirm. It was diarrhea, hot liquid. I was soaked, and it was coming off my eyelashes and into my eyes, Van Tassel said. Paramedics who came to treat me said that there was so much of it on me that it looked like the man was saving it up for a month. Van Tassel was rushed to the Hollywood Presbyterian Hospital after the grotesque attack, where she was tested for infectious diseases caused by contact with feces. She'll need to be retested every 3 months. Wow, holy shit, literally a bucket of shit. If the guy didn't save it up himself, then he had help. But you gotta wonder, what is going on in society that all of the factors in society add up to that? Add up to some guy being so desperately insane and hard up for help. I don't know what. That he attacks a lady with a bucket full of poop. Trust me, fella, we notice you. We can't do a lot. And the government in the state wants this. Clearly. Well, alrighty, guys. Let's all pretend like our opinions matter. Leave that shit in the comments below. And remember, this is social media, so do all the things.